Howdy, friends and neighbors, and welcome to the ranch. Got a fix for the 5-string banjo. Look at that pretty bridge. Can you see that? See those little dots? That's symbol. High dog. Like, this isn't high dog. Yo, Johnny! Johnny Cash in the house! Yo, John! Yeah, got a new banjo bridge on this. Got another one in reserve. And another one. These things $30, $40, $50, $60 a pop. And you see that little insignia on it? It's indicative of the best money can buy. Now, it's not going to sound very good. I haven't tuned it yet. But I am going to hit the looper pedal and let the G and E and D chord of Foggy Mountain break down. That's what's on the looper pedal. And we'll tune from that by ear. Now you might ask, why is it so much higher? Why are you tuning down? Well, it's simple. The bridge I took off was a 1/2 inch. This is 11/16. When you take something and raise these strings, that puts more pressure on the strings, which more pressure on the string means it goes to a higher tuning. I mean, it's really simple. I have no idea. Let's hit it again, see where we're at. Oh, got a brand new bridge here. And for those of you who are aficionados and have noticed that my bridge was low, hey chat, how y'all doing today? How are y'all doing? Hey, thanks for coming. If I haven't put the little blue mark beside your name yet, it will be there. Just remember, you came to my channel, you hit the chat, and I feel I should subscribe to everyone who's willing to say a kind word or a mean word. Hey, I love all people. They just might not know that they love themselves. And they take it out on everybody else that they know. That's the way it works. Let's see if we can get in tune. Brand new bridge in the house. This is a Snappy Smith bridge. you think? I think it sounds better. I ain't sure, but I think it sounds better than it has. Yeah, I didn't have to. I think I could put the 3/4 on it. This is 11/16. I was playing a 5/8 inch bridge height, and like, man, these are it's Snuffy Smith bridge, man. You know, a banjo player. Ask him, what size Snuffy Smith bridge do you use? Or what size bridge do you use? And go buy him a Snuffy Smith. Hand it to him and say, you can put this on your instrument if you want to, or you can throw it in the trash can. I don't care. But I bought this because a man told me it would just really rock your world. I mean, I can say that with confidence. I've been playing this thing with a 5/8 on it for the last 6 months, off and on. And the reason I didn't pick it up no more than I did is because the strings were hitting the neck. And it's almost impossible to find a bridge higher than 5/8. So I took a chance, went out on a limb with the company, and I guess I'll figure out whether they are a safe entity to deal with my credit card information, because I'll get hacked again. I got me for a few thousand last year, about a year ago. So, you know, I've been very careful. What y'all think about that? Oh, John? Yeah, man. Yeah, well. Wow, whoa. I say, go. Oh, Daniel's done come and gone. Yes, cool. Mad cool. It's playing with a looper pedal. D10 E Martin Sapelli guitar, played through an amplifier. as clean as I can get it, and put on a Boss RC1 looper pedal. I mean, it's about the best. You're not going to be able to go out here and just strip people's recordings and then use them here up on YouTube and expect to make any money. So you got to create your own backing tracks to do this stuff, so that if the copyright is duly noted by AI, that you will be you'll still be getting revenue. It's not like you're going to be sued. If I play dueling banjos one more time, I'm going to have a lawsuit. I know who owns the song and or what music company the royalties are paid to by licensing agencies and users of it. Every song that's published has a publisher and a licensing organization which represents it out here in the broadcast field. So there's ASCAP, there's CSAC, there's BMI, and there's another one out now where do nothing but go around and collect royalties. So they're constantly searching the internet for anything. The most dangerous band to record a song by is the Eagles. I think his name is Glenn Frey. I think's his name. Or Frey, F-R-E-Y. He's one mean dude. He charges. You play Hotel California, heck, he on TV, he might charge you $250,000 just for playing Foggy Mountain Breakdown. For playing his Hotel California. Foggy Mountain Breakdown, I have to give up royalties on that. I share the revenue stream. Like if I make 16 cents, they get 8 cents. Lord knows, anybody who has listened to me knows I have played Martin Knopfler and Hendrix, and I share my royalties with both of those people. They get as much as I do. And I'll tell you, it's only fair. Other people don't think like that. It's mine, me by I. I need to get over that. If the world could get over me, my, I, we really wouldn't have a lot of time to do anything, would we? We'd be so busy trying to catch up, or at least for a generation, to get the rest of the world and the rest of the people up to the same position that we are in the world. More than it's been 35 years ago. It was during the first Bush administration. George Bush's daddy, George Herbert Walker Bush. Now, when he was president, and back when you heard the word they, and something in quotes, they meant the government, it said. Not the Democrats, it said. Or if you're a Democrat, not something the Republicans had said. No, it wasn't like that. It was the government and the people. It's not like that anymore. And we're living in, someone said we're living in two realities. Right. It's not simply two. There are, it's like America's got, Oh, wow. Talk about realities. Reality is what it seems to be likely in your perception. It doesn't mean that it is actually reality, but your perception of reality. Now, subliminal persuasion is something that it's 100 years old now. The Coca-Cola bottling company figured it out somehow. Somebody has suggested it, and they did it. And what was that? This is back in the old days of film. They just come into the talkies, and like today, popcorn and a good soft drink like Coca-Cola. Oh, that was a welcome sight at the intermission. And during the last minute of the movie, before intermission, they flashed one frame. Most of you are aware of how a video is generated. It's either 15, it might be 30 frames, might be 60 frames, and some of that stuff, it goes way up there. First second, they put one frame that said, "Buy Coke." Put one frame in that film that said, "Buy Coke." Everybody went out to the lobby. And after doing that multiple places, the federal government brought that to a standstill. Like it didn't already have a huge number of problems. Then they elected Herbert Hoover. And unlike a vacuum cleaner, he sucked. Like a vacuum cleaner, he sucked too. He just didn't know any better. He was rich. He was from the rich, but his redeeming quality is that after he was taken out of the presidency and Franklin Delano Roosevelt was elected, Roosevelt turned to the former president and asked him to become part of his administration and help build the country. Why can't we get along? The more people who ask that question, the more resounding it's going to be. And eventually they'll hear our call. Why? Why? They're going to be hard pressed to give an answer. Now they'll hum and they'll haul and they'll squall. If the election is not stolen. I've been hearing that America's elections, unless the Republican wins, they're crooked. What can you say? Trump has been lying since 2012. He came out with his lies against the President of the United States. He started telling lies about the President of the United States, Barack Obama. Well, he told his lies, and he told his lies, and he told his lies. And then, you know what? In 2014, Barack Obama invited Mr. Donald Trump, to the White House press dinner. That's where the press, all the White House press comes in, and then they make jokes about the president and stuff like that. You won't find that in the Trump administration. That's not going to happen. That night, with Trump in the audience, Barack Obama made a joke on that man. And now Now that I produced my long-form birth certificate proving I was born in Hawaii, Donald Trump can do something productive, like going back and finding out who really did kill Biggie D and Tupac. Yeah, I got it, man. I'm just old and I see through all the subterfuge. It's all about a dollar. Trump's about it. He did it right in front of you. Hey, all you billionaires, y'all all donate so much to my campaign. You won't have to pay taxes anymore. And the public still goes out here and votes for the man. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is built on 70 years of being on the face of this earth. I have seen people down through time, and it's like if you hear someone, I'll give you an example. Say, so-and-so split up, or so-and-so's having problems. He accused his wife of cheating on him. And I know she's not cheating on him. Well, he's cheating on her, is what the problem is. And he's taking his guilt and he's laying it on her. I've seen that so many times, it's almost laughable. The cursing man who go out on his wife after the birth of the child, I can say just curse him. No. It's wrong. It was wrong then. I don't care if it's 1,000 years from now, it'll still be wrong to do something like that. That woman gives you a child, and that's what you think of her. That's how much you think of your relationship with her. She goes to sleep with a porn star. A man who says if a woman's had a child, well, it ain't no good no more. What kind of man is he? Can you even call him a man? It's more like some kind of monster in high-dollar suits. The dude's had a security team forever. So that means he's been screwing people over for decades. And how many people do you know who have ever lost a casino? You walk into a casino, they get money right off the top. Okay, you big money maker in a casino, it ain't the blackjack table. It ain't the doggone hideout game or the Texas Hold'em. It's the slot machines and grannies. And people going there just to play the slots. They're the biggest money makers they got. How in the world did Donald Trump bankrupt a casino? And he's getting ready to bankrupt the United States. There was $16 trillion in debt when that man, over $10 trillion in debt when he came in. Right now, we're $36 trillion in the freaking hole in under 10 years. Under 10 years, we've got $26 trillion more debt. And $2 trillion of that is responsible for the inflation, because when you print new money, Donald Trump borrowed on behalf of us people $2 trillion. That's what bought you your stimulus check, along with a delayed copy of Donald Trump's announcement that he sent you your stimulus check. It wasn't Steve Mnuchin's signature on it. It was Donald Trump's. Why is the President of the United States signing the equivalent of the Social Security Administration head's signature on a check like that? It didn't make any sense. It's just, I guess his big boy britches just never did fit. And he's still trying to grow into them. But he has no power over me. He doesn't control my mind. I realized he was a con man. I watched him on TV in the early 2000s with The Apprentice. I watched one episode, and the lady, she liked it. And I said, I can't watch that. And she said, questioned me as to why. I said, for one thing, I recognize a con man when I see one. I said, that man is a pure con. And if you believe he's being honest right there, I'm sorry, but he's not. It's all fake. He's fake. And if you haven't, you can't watch The Apprentice, but you can do this. Go back and watch him in 2016. He stayed on point. He was quick, real quick-minded. Oh, man. He's really... By the end, if he makes it to the end of the administration and don't die first, or somebody don't shoot him, you'll notice. You'll notice. But if you want to go back and look at some of the things that he's had to say, go back and look at his Russia. Hey, Russia, if you can find those hundreds of thousands of emails of Hillary's, they got right to work on it. You had Paul Manafort. He got jammed up. See, when you lie to an FBI, I mean, it can be an innocent lie. You're just trying to protect someone. You say no when you should have said yes and elaborated to take yourself out of the contest. But they didn't. And that's why they were subjected to it wasn't that they told anything, did all of that much that was wrong. What it was they lied. It was like, it's none of your business. None of your business. You don't tell the Federal Bureau of Investigation, a political organization, law enforcement organization. I'd call it, if you're an agent, I'd call it the pinnacle of your success to be an FBI agent. Because they travel like this. They travel in pairs. I mean, let's say you're really bad and they come to get you, then that's not an investigation. They come to get you. But they travel in twos for investigations. One does the talking, one does the listening. The one doing the listening is the witness for the one doing the talking. That's the way that works. I was questioned by the FBI one time. I saw a police officer punch a prisoner in the face, and I had to serve 3.5 years for cannabis. So about a year and a half later, this boy had filed a federal lawsuit against the sheriff's department where we had been being held by. Now we were in the state system. Here comes the FBI to that camp. I am told by the ranking member, man over that camp, the captain of the camp, you stay here tomorrow. There are some men coming to talk to you. He didn't tell me what men or who they represented, anything else. There's some people who want to talk to you. And then they asked me, did I see it? And I said, yeah. He said, well, tell us about it. I said, he punched the police officer. I had to lie to him. I had to, because my safety after I got out of prison was dependent upon it. You do not snitch on criminals, and you do not snitch on the police. You just don't. They'll get rid of you if it's nothing but sticking you in there for the rest of your life. See, here in Virginia, it's a little bit different in a lot of places. In Virginia, if you get locked up and you're let out, you do a crime and you have to go back, they'll give you 5 years. Your second time down, they'll give you maybe 10 to 15 years, actually. And if you come back 3 times, it's automatic life. You have to serve 15 years to be eligible for parole. That was the third time offender deal. That's prior to the 3 strikes and you're out. That's the way it was prior to that, which it had already been 3 strikes and you're out in Virginia for decades. It's insane. Yeah, I'm talking politics. Got the banjo. Hello out there in the real world. This is my fantasy world, my illusion. I just think I'm broadcasting on YouTube. I'm really asleep. Yeah, man, I'd like to go see Ray. Sleep at the Wheel. Yeah, Ray. Don't you remember Ray from Asleep at the Wheel? Go watch Asleep at the Wheel. Route 66. If that don't get you hooked on you, nothing will. That dude has some talent. I mean, he's still working. He's still working. Got his break over 30 years ago, and he's been busting it hard ever since. You can look up the band, and you'll see them. I mean, I've watched some of his shows. Got good musicians with him. All of them are unheard of. And I'm sure they use him as a jumping point to get to a better band. He's really got his voice. And if you haven't heard Route 66, you need to go listen to Route 66. I mean, just the melodic nature of the lyrics. Not only do they have a melody, but it's just punch after punch after punch after punch after punch after punch. You have to go and listen to them to see what I'm talking about. I mean, that guy is a genius when it comes to songwriting. The way he put that together. I mean, that's one of those 100 you might like if you're extra good. And I know some singers, I know some songwriters. And all of them are special, very, very special people. They're wise beyond their years. That's what makes them a good singer, songwriter, or a good songwriter, is the nature in which they view the world. You might go check some of my songs I've written out, like the Grim Reaper Blues, Teddy Ray Thomas, Grim Reaper Blues. That's all you got to say to Google, YouTube, whatever search engine you use. I mean, I'll be there. So it's like this. I'm just making that point so you'll know you won't be wasting your time. You'll find it. You may consider it a waste of time after you listen to it. I sincerely hope not, but if that is the case, I apologize for wasting your time. But y'all go check it out. Grim Reaper Blues. I wrote that last week. Yeah, I met the old Grim Reaper about 20 years ago. He was standing behind a man holding a great big old 44. Yeah. See, that dude was supposed to shoot me, but the Grim Reaper saves me because he sees something in me. So there's a conversation that ensues between me and the Grim Reaper right away. First verse of the song. So, that makes it, I kind of like those songs where, there's banter back and forth and you represent the two sides of the conversation. I got that idea from Ray Wiley Hubbard and his song Conversation with the Devil. I figured if he could talk to the devil, I could talk to the Grim Reaper. So, that's the way that went. I'm pretty proud of my little Grim Reaper Blues. It's not finished yet, but I trust somebody out there can take it to the next level and maybe give me a song credit on it, or just buy it straight out, and maybe I'll sell it for $10,000. So I figure it's worth at least $500,000 to somebody. And $10,000 is not a bad investment to reap $500,000 out of over a couple of years. Let me do something with my computer. Computer. Yes, computer. I want to thank all you folks for tuning in today. It's been 193 of you through so far with an average view time of 52 seconds. It's amazing, y'all. It's amazing sometimes. I find it amazing anyway. I do. But some don't. Now, if you want to get a good banjo bridge for your banjo and a sucker on top of it, he even sent me a sucker. Ain't that a pretty squirrel? I believe I'll just keep this. And if you can read backwards, you're doing better than I can. That's the man there. Yeah. You want to see what that right there? You see this little package it's in? Look at this on the back right there. This thing's like a diamond. See that special little mark right there? A little mark right there. Can you make it out? It's double S's. It's a Snuffy Smith bridge. And this writing that you're finding hard to read because the camera's reversed. Yeah, my camera's reversed. This gives specifications, thickness, the string spacing, such information as that, which is all very necessary if you're going to be good at making bridges. Snuffy's is the best made that I know of, and since I didn't know what I was going to need, go back and listen to, just type my name in, or just say Teddy Ray Thomas Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Go listen to Foggy Mountain Breakdown, then come back to this video where I play Foggy Mountain Breakdown, and then listen to the difference. You'll say, wow, he's right. Just putting that bridge on it made a world of difference. It don't sound like the strings are touching metal. It doesn't have that real thin. It's a full body sound. But yeah, I've enjoyed being with you here for these minutes, and I got to talk politics for a little while. And that's pretty much a ongoing situation. You know, you've been hearing things about cheating in the United States election since 2015, during the election cycle of 2016. Oh, they're going to cheat. They're cheating. That's what Donald Trump was saying. They're cheating. Well, how come the cheating, all the talk of cheating went away after he won? Is it because Hillary admitted she had been defeated? Because that's one thing Donald Trump will never do. He'll never admit defeat. But he came from a playbook written by Roy Cohn, which is, no matter how wrong you are, deny, 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 and hit back, and hit back. He was taught to be a counterpuncher. If you don't know what a counterpuncher is, every time you throw, he's going to throw. He's going to throw according on to how you threw. That's what a counterpuncher's all about. Watch Muhammad Ali, and he'll show you what a right hand's all about. Y'all take care, and thanks. Please do subscribe. You haven't got to like a channel, but you just have to love the host.